Welcome, friend. We are excited to help you discover your new look. My name is Shanita Matthews, and I started Amara 2 Classy Tea to help women find classy and chic items for all sizes. It's not like the store experience. If you don't have your size, you go on to purchase your size in your favorite outfit.
Hello, 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 everyone. This is your girl Shanidra with Let's Dig Deep. Yes, indeedy, if you can hear me clearly. Now, the title to be found is Stay in Your Lane. So, before I go, I'm going to play a video to show exactly how it's going to go. Here you
See, society will try to conform you, try to break you, and most of all, label you. The battleground is over self, and you are under siege. Don't join the army of clones. Be yourself. Take off the mask and let the world bask in the beauty of an original. Be your own star on the stage of life. Accept inside that you are good enough and worthy enough to be loved for the person you really are. Champions live every day in the boldness of being themselves. You were never meant to be a carbon copy of anyone. God strategically designed you for greatness. Life is your canvas. Grab the paintbrush and express yourself. When you can show the world who you really are, without any reluctance, without any fear, and without needing people to accept or validate you, only then can you truly be the artist you were created to be. Stop chasing the trends. The 1% didn't become the 1% by chasing the other 99%. They went their own way. They made their own path. They searched inside and found themselves. If you want to be successful, stay in your lane. You gotta do you. Stop chasing the world. Awaken to yourself and the world will come chase you. All that you want, crave, and desire inside can be found in your own uniqueness. Stop chasing other people's dreams. Stop running from yourself. Quit being the person other people want you to be and start living the life God planned for you. It's impossible to consistently do the things it takes to become successful when you're not being true to who you really are. To fully walk through the door of victory, you must be in your assigned calling. When you stay in your own lane and build around the strengths God gave you, you will begin to attract massive success. That's the key. The key is you already have it inside of you. What you're looking for, you already have. Listen to me. Just because you admire somebody else's talent or their greatness does not mean that you were anointed to do what they do. You were designed to do you. You see, refusing to accept the role that you have been assigned leads to internal conflict. So I think one of the biggest problems in the world is everybody's out of position. They've adopted other people's dreams, other people's destinies, and when you're not in your calling, all you're gonna have in your life is chaos. You're gonna have struggle because you're going against the grain. You're not doing what the manufacturer, God, made you to do. This misalignment will cause strife and all types of disorder in your life. So honesty is the first step to bringing your spirit back into harmony. Being real translates into inner peace and sound mental health. When you're comfortable in your own skin, your relationships with others will flourish. There's nothing more beautiful, more powerful, and more seductive than a person comfortable in their own skin. Be you. Stay in your lane. Everything I teach is rooted in the word. Psalms 139:14 says, I will give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. Stay in your lane. You're beautiful. Blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics.
So, as you know, for sure, I was gonna go. Today's title is Stay in Your Lane. You can't complain and blame anything on anybody else if you outside of your lane. It's insane. You have nobody else to blame but your own name. You the one. So let's break this down so you can be found wearing your crown. Now, as I go for show, an example of what I'm talking about is what we all deal with. Everybody that drives knows when somebody is venturing off in your lane. They venturing, you in your lane. You in your lane. Yours. You in your lane just driving normal. Like you supposed to, just in the lane. Here comes somebody trying to swerve over into your lane. Swerving over into your lane. You like, what in the world? Why are you getting over into my lane? Stay in your lane. That's when wrecks come and all this mess come and stress come. Not no bless, but stress comes when you're not in your lane. But then it'd be the same ones that's not in their lane to get mad because I beat my horn. I'm like, stop. Hey, have you forgotten that you see a whole lot of a car right here? This is a big car. I'm not even in a little bitty small car. I'm in a big car, a big SUV. And you act like you can't see me in my lane? And you venturing over in my lane where I'm at? But then when I beat my horn, you got the audacity. You the one mad? You the one mad? You should be glad that I try to help you. Stop. I'm trying to help you stop before it costs you a lot. And that's the plot. That's exactly what's going to happen. You venture over into my lane and smack my car, you paying for it. Period. So stay in your lane. And then you ain't got to go insane. You ain't got to complain about a thing. But when you don't stay in your lane, it creates all this extra mess. Then you stressed and you're not blessed because you're stuck in some mess that could have been avoided if you stayed in your lane. Can't get mad at somebody else that's in their lane. What? This when somebody like in elementary school, what my kids have dealt with. Well, I have a middle schooler and one that's about to be in middle school, and one that's about to be in high school. But anyways, um, they were taught in elementary school how to be in line. You know, go in a straight line. But if you get out of line, you in trouble. But it's always that one person that want to get out of line. They hard to find because they got out of line. And that's what God is saying. You done got out of your line. You done got out of line. I told you to stay right here in this line. But you got out of line, now you hard to find. You ain't doing what I told you to do all the time. Stay in your lane. You won't be stressed. I'm telling you. You won't be stressed. You'll be blessed and not stressed. You won't even be in no mess. All the weapons that may form against you, because people be like, I don't know why this is happening to me. I'm doing everything right. Because you're doing everything that God has you to do. Of course, the world is going to be against you. Of course. But if God be for you, who can be against you? Don't be a fool. Who? I'm looking like who? What? Where? Who can be against me? Honey, when I have the Almighty. You don't have to believe me. You can see. But, how it goes. I know that the signal is trying to steal the show, but it's not about clearly seeing me. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me clearly, that's all that matters at this point. Oh yeah, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me clearly. So that's all that matters. It doesn't even matter how the enemy may try to make, the picture look distorted or whatever. I'm not even worried about that because it's not about a look for me. People are always trying to look like something that they're not like. God said it's not a look. You getting hooked on the look for Facebook. And it's not about the look. It's not about a look. He said, I don't care. I'm not worried about how you look and how you try to present yourself to look like something that you're not like. You either for me or you against me, period. You trying to please the world, you ain't pleasing God, period. So, I'm trying to make sure my boss is happy. Who's your boss? You taking a loss trying to please your boss. No, I might get a raise. I might get that. Might. But what about the promises that you are promised if you stay in your lane? What about the promises that he promised you that you will have if you are obedient to him and not them? What about that? You have yet to do that. Yet. Did you forget? Because you're trying to do what somebody else is doing. That's not what he has you to do. Like the video said, you can admire what somebody else do, but that don't mean that that's for you. I can admire somebody doing hair. I went to school for hair. That ain't what I really want to do. Now, who's to know in the future if that's something I would like to do? I don't know. I don't know why I went to school for that. I know I liked it, but it seems like it's for my benefit at this moment. I really don't like, but taking photos, making people smile, and showing their glow and all of that stuff, honey. That's my role. That's where God has me, Shanidra, to go. So when I tell you what God has for me to do in my journey on how I found out what he asked Shanitra to do don't mean that that's what, oh, that must mean God wants me to do this too. No. Because what he chose you for is for you. It only took one David to beat Goliath. The army couldn't do that because it's not what God ordained them to do. Yeah, the army prepared them, humans prepared them and all that stuff, but can't nobody, honey, it only took one David. One David, not the whole army. They had all this equipment. You can have all this equipment. You can have all the degrees. You can, this person ain't got no degrees, but they still doing what the Almighty has them to do. So you ain't gonna get the clue until you do what He has you to do. Period. That's what it is and what it's gonna be, whether you want to see or not. That's just what it is. And that's exactly what it is and what it's gonna be. Stay in your lane. Quit trying to do what everybody else. That's not what God has you to do. You can go to school, you can do whatever you think you're supposed to do, but that has nothing to do with God. Absolutely nothing. The army did not beat Goliath. They had all the equipment, they had everything. They had the human training, all of that stuff that they were taught by humans, by another human being, how to beat somebody. But the real way to beat somebody is knowing what's going on spiritually and literally. When God renews your mind and you're not spiritually blind, because it's the spiritual warfare that we're in, my friend, the stuff that you can't see. Literally. You're dealing with the spirit. You're dealing with the demonic spirit. You're dealing with the demon. You're dealing, but people don't want to talk about that. No, it's not there. Oh, no, you're not going to say this and that. That's demonic. I'm not going to say anything other than what it is. Demonic spirit, evil spirit. I don't care if you can hear it or not. You can hear it. Whether you receive it or want to understand it or whatever, you want to lean to your own understanding, do what you do, honey. But I'm not going to be confused. I'm going to say exactly what it is and what it's going to be. Period. It's a demon. It's demonic. It's not a God. It's a fake facade. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. And God is exposing the wolves in sheep's clothing, the actors. He's kicking all the actors off the stage because they disobeyed the Almighty. He said, why do you call me Lord, Lord, and you don't do what I say? Why are you calling me when you don't do what I say? Tell you to do. You listen to who? That's what caused you to be a who? Because you don't listen to me, the Almighty, who predestined you to be who He has you to be. Not what you see or what you think that you should be. I didn't think that I was supposed to be a photographer. I didn't go to school for photography. I tell everybody that. Well, how did you get the contract with the airport? God. He aligned all that stuff. That's what He does. I didn't even have the Canon cameras that I have now. I had a $70 camera and they still wanted me. I basically talked myself out of it and they still wanted me because that's what God lined up for me. Literally, period. He aligns everything for you when you are in your lane. How did that happen if you didn't, you don't have any? No, I don't have not one degree. Not one. I have my diploma, my high school diploma. That's it. I didn't get to finish school, whatever. I went to school for business management, but I'm doing a business. So what do I need to complete? It wasn't helping me, period. And I know everything that I know from God, not from this fake facade, not from the lie. All they had to do was tell me I had to pay, go to the city county building and pay to get my stuff, make sure that don't nobody else have this name and all that. That's it. That's all you had to tell me. But no, you try to fail me and derail me so you can get some money. Nah, it's out of control. It's not going with the flow of God. Ain't no school, can't no food tell you who you supposed to be. Only God. You're not gonna find out from nobody else. It's gonna be a lie. Now, like my apostle confirmed what I already knew that God had me to do. But God is gonna tell you too. And he can confirm it from an apostle, like he did for me. But even your apostle ain't gonna see everything that God is gonna have you to be. You're gonna have to get that personal relationship with God for yourself, so you can know everything else. You're not gonna know.